Hello everyone, my name is Damilare Olaniyo and you're welcome to the Tuazama Universal Leadership Academy. I am a D2 strategist with close to a decade experience in the D2 space, working with top global organizations around the world. I have an executive MBA in strategic leadership as well as being a distinguished Toastmaster. I will be teaching on personal development, your journey to growth. And I'm going to be working with this roadmap. The first is introduction to personal development. And the second part of this roadmap is the importance of personal growth. Thirdly, we're going to be looking at self-assessment techniques. And finally, we'll be setting the stage for growth. Let me just take a little bit back. Now, this personal development course is a transformative journey designed to unlock your full potential and guide you toward a more fulfilling and purposeful life. This course will provide you with the essential tools, insights, and strategies needed to navigate the complexities of self discovery and achieving lasting personal growth. Prepare to embark on an exciting journey of adventure, self reflection, empowerment, and continuous improvement. Now, the first part of the roadmap, introduction to personal development, what and why. So, what is personal development? It is a lifelong process of self improvement, focusing on enhancing one's skills, knowledge, and character to achieve personal and professional goals. It involves self awareness, setting objectives, and taking deliberate actions to reach full potential. So, what we can learn from that is that personal development is not a one off thing, it's not something you graduate from. Personal development is a lifelong process of self improvement. In other words, you have to be asking yourself, what can I improve on? How can I make this better? How can I be better today than I was yesterday? What am I doing today that will make me become a better professional tomorrow? The importance of personal development cannot be overlooked because it's essential for unlocking potential, improving well being, and achieving success in various aspects of life. It fosters resilience, enhances relationships, and creates opportunities for growth and fulfillment. So, what is personal development? There's a video on what personal development is, and I would encourage you to watch it. So, let's look at case study one, the power of mindset. Carol Dweck's research. Now, from Carol Dweck's research, there are two aspects or two ways we look at mindset. There is the fixed mindset, the growth mindset. What is a fixed mindset and what is a growth mindset? So, if you believe that abilities and intelligence are static traits, you're either born with intelligence or you're not born with intelligence, that thinking is a fixed mindset. So, if you have ever looked at your colleagues at work or in school who somehow are brilliant, they first respond to questions, they come up with creative answers to difficult problems, and you think these are traits that they were born with, then, my friend or dear leader, that is a fixed mindset. And the issue with fixed mindset is that it devolves into fear of failure. It devolves into avoiding challenges and seeing efforts as fruitless. Because if things are static, if things are predestined, if things are designed and perfected, then why should I put in any efforts? But all hope is not lost. There is another mindset called the growth mindset. Those with a growth mindset believe that abilities can be developed through dedication and hard work. They embrace challenges, persist through setbacks, and see efforts as a path to mastery. So if you believe in growth mindsets, and right now you're struggling with mathematics, with arithmetics, with artificial intelligence, with presentation skills, with writing, you don't give up. You don't say, that's me. You don't say, I'm just like that. You don't say, that's always been like that. You say, what do I need to learn? How do I approach it? Who understands this that can teach me? Is there a mentor in this space that can show me how to go about it? That is the growth mindset. So what's the impact of mindset? So Carol Dweck's research demonstrates that adopting a growth mindset leads to greater achievement, increased motivation, and a more resilient approach to learning and personal growth. So if you want to grow, which is the essence of this class, you can't just believe that it is what it is. You have to put in the effort. You need to adopt a growth mindset. You need to believe that challenges are not there to stop you, but they are there to improve your resilience. They're there to help you become a much better version of yourself. They're there to increase the motivation, to dare greatly, to dare bigger, to dare bolder, and to find alternative and creative ways to approaching issues and challenges of life, whether at work, whether in society, whether at home. So let's conduct an activity together, which is about defining your personal development goals. There are three aspects to this. The first aspect is to reflect on your aspirations. Consider what you want to achieve in various aspects of your life, such as career, relationships, health, and personal growth. Identify areas where you feel the need for improvement. So let's look at it again. So you bring out the key areas of your life, such as your career, your relationships, your health, and your personal growth. And there could be more. Could add finance. You could even break it down and say things like physical health, mental health. Then look at these areas and say, okay, where do I need to improve? Where do I feel there is room for improvement? Once you identify where there's a room for improvement, or an area where there are gaps for you to fill, the next thing you set SMART goals. What are SMART goals? SMART goals are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound goals. This will help you create a clear roadmap for your personal development goal or journey. Most goals are generic, they're vague. They do not inspire action, they do not inspire proactivity. These goals are like, I want to be a great speaker. Okay, that's good, but it's not specific. What do you mean by being a great speaker? What does being a great speaker mean to you? It's unmeasurable. How do you know you're on the track to becoming a great speaker? Then is it even achievable? It's vague. then find a way to dial down. I want to be able to speak in front of an audience of 1,000 without using pause fillers. That is a smart goal. So let's look at the third aspect of defining your personal development goals. And third aspect is writing down your goals. So put your goals in writing increases your commitment and provides a tangible reminder of what you're working towards. So regularly review and adjust your goals as needed. Just earlier today, I was writing down my goals. I was using my pen and my jotter is right here. Reviewing my 2025 goals, where I am and where I intend to achieve. I intend to get to before the end of the year. So, and a lot of research studies have been done on this, that there's a link between using your hand to write down your goals compared to just typing it on your computer or on your mobile phone. So let's look at this again. First step is to reflect on your aspirations. Look at the areas of your life. Where do you feel there's a need for improvements? The second thing is to set smart goals. And third is to write down your goals. Now there's a video we skipped earlier, and I would like to play the video again so you can get a better understanding of personal development. While the video is loading, keep reflecting on your personal development.
Maybe you've heard the word personal development, that term, and you're like, what does that mean? How do you develop a person? I know how you develop a picture, but how do you develop a person? It's kind of the same way, and I'm going to tell you how in the next few minutes. Growth today brings success tomorrow. If you want tomorrow to be different than today, you got to learn something today in order to make tomorrow different. That's called growing, developing. Personal development is when you as a person decide to develop some of the skills, the qualities, the abilities, the traits that are available for you. I wrote a book called 12 Traits, and in there I talk about different traits that you personally can develop, like the trait to take responsibility. You know, it's easy to blame other people for your problems, or you can choose to take responsibility for yourself. How to develop your passion, to know what you were created for, the two most important days in your life, the day you were born, the day you discover why. All these are traits in your life that you can learn how through reading, through studying, through skill, learn how to develop them so that they're stronger. When they're training the Chinese ping pong champions, they'll work with them on their abilities. Now, they were interviewing the coach of the Chinese. You ever seen those ping pong champions? They're like 20 feet back from the table and they're just slamming it back and forth. They said what they do is they find their strengths and they develop their strengths so much that their weaknesses disappear. That, to me, that's personal development. It's finding my strengths, the good parts of me, the traits in me that are positive, and developing them to be even greater. I'm telling you, it's a powerful thing, and it's something you need to do. It's what I do as a coach. I help people develop and become everything that they can be and everything that God wants them to be. Why don't you start now on the road to personal development? Take the time to learn something new, to learn a new skill. If you want today to be different than yesterday, if you want tomorrow to be better than today, learn something today. Develop something in your life to make it better than it was. Hey, if this video helped you, click the like button. But here's what I really want you to do. I want you to go to that comment and I want you to tell me one skill, one trait.
Right, you've heard from Jeff, right? Right from Jeff on personal development. So let's continue with the training. And like he said, it aligns with what we just shared right now. Reflecting on your aspirations. Because if you stop moving, one of the things we come to realize about life is that nothing is static. In sense that if you stop growing, you don't just stop growing, you start receding, you start regressing. So is that the law is simple: progress or regression, progression or regression. So if you want to progress, keep doing activities that connects you to your highest goals. Because when you're not doing that, then you are passively regressing. I don't want anyone to regress, and you should not regress. Now let's look at. Now, I encourage everyone to read Mindset by Carol Dweck. There's actually a book of that title, Mindset by Carol Dweck. It explores the deep understanding of the transformative power of a growth mindset. It helps you to discover how your beliefs about your abilities can significantly impact your achievements and overall well-being. So this article offers practical strategies for cultivating growth mindsets in yourself and others. I believe that this article is going to be provided as an additional resource accompanying this video. But nevertheless, we can take a look at it and look at some key ideas from the book. Actually, from the article. So while it loads, keep thinking about it. In what ways can I use growth mindset to my advantage? I just want to look at something here. Let's look at this holistic approach to life. So personal development isn't just about improving one specific area of your life. It's a holistic approach that considers all aspects of your existence. So when you have this comprehensive overview, it acknowledges that different areas of your life are interconnected and influence each other. For example, improving your physical health can positively impact your mental well-being, when in turn can enhance your work experience. So taking a holistic approach, personal development aims to create a balance and harmony across various life domains, including your spiritual life. Now let's look at the core areas of personal development from Carol Dweck as written in this article: the mental and emotional growth. This area focuses on enhancing self-awareness, managing emotions, and cultivating a positive mindset. So when you have a strong and healthy mental and emotional well-being, you can better navigate life's challenges and build resilience. Physical health and awareness, social skills and relationships. If you want to build a supportive network and cultivate positive connections with others, you will need to improve your social skills and relationships. Career and professional advancement, spiritual and ethical development. So this is a very interesting article, and I encourage you to reach out to get this link, this resource to this article, and go through it. Let's go back to our training. So we're moving to the second aspect of the roadmap on the personal development journey. So we're looking at the importance of personal growth. Why should you bother about personal development? First is that it enhances your self-awareness. There's a Greek maxim says, to thy own self be true. And there's one that says, man, or in this case, woman, know thyself. Without a strong and deep understanding of your strengths, weaknesses, values, and beliefs, you can't make informed decisions. Oh, let me repeat that again. Without a strong, a visceral understanding of your strengths, weaknesses, values, and beliefs, you can't make informed decisions. When you check online, there are a lot of people trying to advise you on what to do, how to go about this, how to do this. but they don't even know you. They have zero context of who you are. So you are the best person to make decisions based on what you know, based on your value system, based on your background, based on your aspirations. So when you don't focus on improving your personal growth, when you don't focus on enhancing your self-awareness, you deny yourself the ability to make concrete, excellent executive decisions. The second importance of personal growth is improved relationships. When you are on the right track of your personal growth, your relationships, by extension, improve because you start developing empathy, the ability to see from other people's point of view. You begin to develop communication skills. Lately I've come to understand that most problems are communication problems. Most problems are communication problems. And now that we realize that communication is actually a skill, so we can say most problems are skill issues. Emotional intelligence also help you to handle life, how to engage with people. So when you develop your empathy, communication skills, and emotional intelligence, you can build stronger and more meaningful connections with others. Another importance of personal growth is that it helps you increase resilience. Life could be hard sometimes. It's not all roses and beaches and sunny rainbows and ice cream and flowers and name it. Life sometimes can be hard. And what makes champions is not necessarily the attainment of their goals, but ability to bounce back from every setbacks. Ability to adapt to change. Right now, generative AI is disrupting industries. Ability to overcome challenges with greater confidence. That's what makes champions champions. If you look at some of the great sportsmen in history or sportswomen, they've had moments where they let their team down. They've had moments when everyone looked up to them and they fumbled. But guess what they did? They kept coming back. And because of that, at the end of their career, they are remembered as legends. And they serve as inspiration to not just the followers of the sport, but to the broader world. And finally, greater fulfillment. We all want to be fulfilled in every area of our lives. So if you pursue personal development, it brings a sense of purpose, accomplishment, and overall well-being, leading to a more fulfilling and satisfying life. In the next session, we're going to be looking at how to improve relationships through self-awareness. Stay tuned.